Hey gang, Mocha here. Welcome back. So I've got one more recap that I wanted to highlight from this existing war. Again, this is on following the heels of the Reddit Force AQ Healer Surgical Hog Academy that we ran about a week back. Unfortunately, KaptainK had missed that academy, but he went through the exercises on his own and decided to give it a shot in this particular war. And this is the base that he hit. Now this was a follow-up attack, I believe. I'll have to check the logs, but this is more of an appropriate type of base that you would want to apply this type of strategy to, simply because it's more open. And by more open, you have all of these spots that could be potential double giant bombs, potential Tesla spots. One of the conditions that this creates is more of a design defect in certain types of bases, because you have so much space internally that leaves very little overlap for the external defenses. For instance, this one cannon only has this mortar as backup, and as well as that archer tower, or these two point defenses aren't really covered by anything else except for slow splash from there, a splash from there. But then that's only within the range of that whiz tower. And then again, same thing here. You have the Expo backing up these two defenses, but not long enough. It wouldn't be able to apply enough damage to really do anything that was attacking these point defenses. So this is the type of base that you want to look for when you're deciding whether or not you want to apply this strategy. And he was able to strip practically an entire wall of both trash buildings and defenses to the tune of about 16 or 20% of the entire base's hit points, or damage percentage, before ever dropping a single troop. And then after that, it was just a simple matter of dropping in the coring team support troops. That's the hogs that take out a flank to relieve the coring team from DPS pressure, and then just keeping up with the heals and poisons. So let's go ahead and take a look at that replay. This was about as perfectly executed as you could imagine. You have you drop the minions, of course. Those are steering minions. They're dropping those external buildings to ensure that the AQ ends up going south. And lower level defenses here, but then again, he's got a lower level queen. He's only got about a level 17 queen. And this is part of what we wanted to figure out with this exercise, was what were the operational ranges of a tactic like this. And right off the bat, he starts to run into a little bit of trouble against those 2-point defenses, so he pops his ability a little bit early. Personally, I would have raged the queen, because it accomplishes two things. It speeds her up in terms of damage, takes out a lot more of the defenses, and then it also heals her back up to full. So you rage the AQ as well as the healers, and the healers they just go absolutely bonkers when they're under rage. But once all those trash buildings have gone down, now it's just a simple matter of starting the other side of the funnel. And he chose to go a shattered route for this, so 2 golems along with just a couple of wizards to go in and start clearing out that trash, so that when the AQ ends up meeting up with them, she has nothing left. There's nothing left in front of her to help, so that she can help with cleanup, especially on the CC. Because one of the things that can really destroy a CC kill is an AQ that's hung up on a couple of trash buildings, kind of like she is right now. But poison at the right time is perfect for this. Those balloons are slow, and they'll sit in that poison for a really long time. And then at this point, it's 3 hogs per defense. These are all kind of TH 8.5 defenses. So that's 3 defenses that all went down at the same time. 1 heal to recharge up all of those hogs, and then another 3 per each defense here, along with 1 more heal to help out. Now, mind you, the deployment here was the deployment order here was in a clockwise fashion, and he didn't drop them all at one time. He wanted to make sure that the hogs met up with each other, and they were able to distract some of the other defenses from shooting the incoming hogs. And this is an important step to factor into your planning when you're doing these types of attacks. The other thing with splitting up hogs like that, when you have 3 or 4 hogs, is it limits the effectiveness of things like double giant bombs. You can have 3 hogs trip a double giant bomb and they'll get roasted, but you'll still have the bulk of your force still going through the base. That's why we like to try to split up the hogs as much as possible. But trying to find that tricky balance between how many hogs to deploy and where to deploy them, he ended up this raid with both of his heroes completely intact. The healers were able to heal them back up to full, and I mean, this was just unbelievably well executed raid for this style of attack. So great job there, Cap. Looking forward to seeing more.